Hey, what's going on, everyone? Out here taking a little Sunday cruise on the Yamaha Mt07. Got a kind of nice day, which it hasn't been for a week or two. This is pretty nice. We've been having some cold temperatures and ice fog, so it's been kind of out of commission. But I figure it's a nice time. Haven't been posting a lot, so maybe we can do a little ride and talk about what's going on in the world. So let's do a little sound clip. Get a start. Sounding good. It's a little dirty. Tire plug still holding up. Hasn't dropped in the air just yet. Haven't rode a lot, so I'm a little jerky. Winter time's killing me. I want to make some content and having a hard time doing it, but it's looking good. I do wish I would have got the carbon fiber muffler, but it wasn't available and I'm way too impatient, but still sounds good though. That's with the DB killer, because I'm too old to ride without it. Plus I don't have a tune or nothing. Oh, let me get my phone back on the quad lock. I was taking a little thumbnail. Oh, screenshot like 10 times. Alright, let's go for a little ride. And that's what happens when you leave the kickstand down. Oh well, let's go for it. Oh, I told you I haven't been riding much. I'm all rusty. That's all good. I'm sure if you're watching my videos, you're well aware that I'm not one of the polished professionals, but still have a good time. That's what riding's all about, right? Alright, let's see, maybe we'll go down by the lake for a second. Oh, so much fun. I've been needing this. Been working a little overtime and Saturdays, and definitely use it. Tell you what, if you're ever thinking about getting into the trades and you decide to become a plumber, it's not a bad job, but there are some days that you're gonna just absolutely hate it. Last Saturday was one of them. Doing a little, helping out another job, doing some just trim work, installing fixtures, and no big deal, nice, warm, indoors. You get a text message about a leak on a previous job, so I go to investigate, and what a mess. Oh, sometimes some first year apprentices can really do some damage. It's hard to see everything they do all the times too, but needless to say, it was not the highlight of my day. There's a lot of dangerous things in the world, but a first year apprentice with a set of PEX crimpers, it's up there on top of that list too. They can do some damage. What are you gonna do? Just try to fix it and move on. Oh, holidays are coming fast, that's for sure. This year, I cannot believe this year is almost over. I'm going to say into February I've had this bike for a year. Does not seem like it. I really thought I was going to get more miles on it, but I can't ride all the time. Got to do the family thing first. Do work, you know, spend time not riding. Oh, but man, does it feel good to be out riding. I highly recommend, if you have not been riding before, to take a course. See if it's for you, because it's so rewarding. Or if you got a friend with a small dirt bike, that's probably the best way to get some practice in. I started dirt first, and I think it makes all the difference in the world. Anyone who has never rode a motorcycle and takes a MSF course or whatever training course it is where you're at and gets your endorsement and then hops on the road for the first time, I'm going to give you some props, because it's terrifying. I mean, I know if you're, you know, 20-year-old kid, it's not as terrifying because you're a 20-year-old kid, but oh man, it's nice out today. 45. That is not bad. Well, let's see, watch out for these people. So what's going on with these drones? That's some craziness. Gets curious. What are they? New Jersey and now Riverside, California, Colorado. Always makes you think, what could it be? Is it a foreign government? Is it our government? Is it just people playing hoaxes? You know, is it aliens? I mean, I don't think so, because it seemed like they had a bunch of flashing lights on them. Is it Project Bluebeam? I don't know if you guys know what that is, if you're into conspiracy theory, or, you know, I use that term loosely because sometimes they say conspiracy theory when it's just what's going on actually, but it's easy to make it sound like it's not. But I don't know, it's interesting what it could be now. But if you're not familiar with Project Bluebeam, it's a theory that the government or multiple governments can fake an alien invasion to install a one world government and to enact way more control. And I mean, is it happening? Oh, I don't know that that's true, but is it out of the realm of something the governments would do? Of course they do that. I mean, look, when they used weapons of mass destruction to enact the Patriot Act to take people's rights away, you think they'd do anything? They wouldn't just keep doing that? Of course they would. We have a huge problem in this world with these elites thinking that they know better than everyone else, and everyone should live their life how they see fit. And I, for one, don't need that. Yeah, I am rusty. I'm tapping the horn. I need to hit a good like 3-hour ride. That's what I need. A little too cold for that today. I get warmed up. I need a good dirt day too. A good dirt day to get warmed up. Then like a 3-hour ride on this, and then I think I'd feel good. Well, I don't know if you guys are taking time off for Christmas, hopefully. I hope you guys get to have some time and enjoy the company of the people you love. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, I still hope you get to do that. Oh yeah. Someone else is out for a ride too. That's right, it's way too nice to not be doing that. full hand wave. Go down here, take a little putt. Oh, man, it is nice out. I mean, it's cold, but it's not that cold. Sun's out, no ice. Oh man. Definitely rusty, so I'm not going to be pushing it. Open the visor up a little, get some fresh air. So I don't know if you guys ever enter those giveaways and raffles you see on Instagram. Not to give away too much information, but I, am a Second Amendment supporter. I do believe responsible adults having firearms and all of that. And I enter quite a few of those not raffles, even just giveaways for promotional stuff for YouTube channels and stuff. And I've already done pretty well this year. Already won fairly nice PTR pistol, and looks like I just won another FN15. Just waiting for that thing to ship to the local gun shop so I could do the old background check and all that. Pick that up hopefully next week. Pretty excited. That is pretty nice to win something like that, especially when it's not taking a whole lot. Obviously I'm signing up for newsletters and whatnot and liking pages and stuff, but I mean, reputable companies though, we make sure they're followed by reputable companies too, so you know they're legit. But can't beat that. And if you're not a Second Amendment supporter, I guess, alright, well, you do you, I'll do me. Makes the world go round. Lots of different views, right? Obviously I don't post any stuff like that because I think firearms channels are extremely hard to grow and monetize, and it's kind of a touchy subject for lots of people. But then again, I'm not a criminal. I've only had one speeding ticket in my life, like 20 years ago, and I paid it. So I'm probably about as squeaky clean as they get. If I get in trouble anytime in the future, it'll most likely be from trying to pop a wheelie on my motorcycle. So happy to be riding. I don't know how good you can hear this, but see the second gear. This exhaust is just so, I guess I'd say, delightful, right? It's just such a nice sound. I like it so much. Alright, let's not go overboard. Haven't been riding much lately. Gonna end up doing something dumb. I don't want to do that. I don't know which way these guys are going, so... If you're not familiar with the Mt07. I guess there's a lot of platforms using the 270 crank parallel twin, but Mt07 has done it for a long time. If you're not familiar with it, when you put a full system exhaust on it, it's a very satisfying sound. And I know if you're, you know, tons of arguments like, oh, you know, triples and inline 4s and V4s, and those are all accurate. Those things sound amazing, but I am not rich, because that's why. And if I was, I'd probably just still have this, but I'd also have like 9 other bikes. Oh man, valley's looking nice. Get a good view of that. Airs finally looks a little cleaned up. We've had this inversion that's just been nasty. It's funny, you move to Idaho because you think like, oh, it's going to be, you know, so nice and clean, and it is, you know, I mean, for the most part. But for every reason, the way our mountains are shaped, we get these inversions that just trap nasty air. And during the late summer, early fall, with the wildfires all through everywhere, it just traps smoke as well. We get some just nasty air quality. But right now, it's not like that. It is clear and it's nice. 44 degrees. Feels like 70 compared to the 2 weeks I think I've had with it staying below freezing. And with that ice fog, whatever they call that. I call it nasty. And I'll be coming back shortly. Very satisfying bike. I do wish I would have waited though, now that the 25's coming out with all the ride-by-wire and inverted forks and all the goodies that this thing's been needing. I mean, this is good. I'll just hopefully eventually, if I hang on to it long enough, I'm going to throw a cartridge fork kit on it, new shock, and I really want to get a tune in that Horde power intake box, because I know if I do that, this thing will just come to life. It'll be so much better. The tune I'll do either way. I'm probably going to do that. I think my warranty expires into February, so after that I'm going to throw the tune on it. The two-wheel dyno works. That seems like the guys to see. Is either that or the more Mafia, but I think the two-wheel dyno works seems like the guys I want to go with. Oh, excuse me, burping a little. I've been eating horribly lately, which I normally don't do, but it's the holidays. Yeah, a few years back I noticed that I was having some vision problems every once in a while, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And it was back when I used to drink and stuff, and obviously I don't drink anymore. It's been years, but just off and on every once in a while. And it turned out I was having migraines, and those things, I don't know if you're familiar with migraines, but they are just not fun. They're the worst. Because not only do you get some weird vision for a little bit and then that clears up, but then you get a headache and you get all nauseous and just off feeling for a couple days. And I was eating real bad when I quit drinking, especially because I was eating a lot of sugar, because you tend to do that. So then I started cleaning up my diet, and they seem to go away. If I keep the processed, refined carbs out of my diet, and definitely sugar, I don't eat sugar in general. I hadn't had any in quite a while, and I had a little bit of piece of dessert last week and had a migraine. I mean, the next day. It's always the next day. But if you're suffering from those, I understand how that goes, because like I said, it's not fun. But, and I know everyone's different with triggers and whatnot for those, but for me, it has definitely been refined carbs and sugar. I like those new Broncos. Those things are nice. I mean, I know they're not the old Broncos with the straight axles and all that, but they are definitely nice looking. I would definitely have one for like my wife. I mean, I like our Jeep too. Our Jeep's pretty cool. It's nothing special, just a two-door JK Sport with a 3.6 and a 6-speed manual. Gears that are way too tall, so it's slow. 32s on it, but still, as soon as that snow falls, that becomes a lifesaver. You get like 6 to 8 inches of snow, and everyone starts getting stranded and slapping 4-wheel drive, and she just putts right around like nothing. Well, everyone's out at church. Careful, people probably ain't watching for motorcycles, especially right now, because most people aren't riding in this weather. I mean, I'd say, or temperature, weather is nice. Yeah, really got to get better about posting. I know I just have a tough time with, you know, when the weather's not cooperating. Tough to make moto vlogs when it's icy. And I really think I'm going to order the dual sport stuff for my dirt bike, just so I can ride that stuff, or ride that thing around. Kind of want to have a backup. I thought about doing some wrenching videos, but without being able to edit, I mean, it ended up being 3 hours of me just screaming and yelling and throwing stuff. Plus, I don't really have a tripod or nothing for this camera, and my phone's the only other thing I got, and my garage is so small I can't get a field of view very good in it. So maybe eventually that'll be the stuff I do. Oh, it feels so great to be out riding though. I think if anything else I know about what's going on in the world, I mean, lots of craziness like usual, right? Everyone just gets so quick to freak out all the times now. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. Hope you guys are too, you know. I think we have a huge problem in this world with people that forget that your brain is an organ in your body. So if you're being very unhealthy, because your thought process is probably also going to be a bit skewed. So there's always that divide that people always had with being intellectual or smart or physical. You're either one or the other. You can't be both. But in reality, I'd assume if you stay in better health, probably going to stay a little better, you know, with your thought processes and everything. But I am not a scientist or a doctor. I mean, I am a plumber. It's pretty good, but definitely not a scientist or a doctor. So, you know, get out, get some exercise, get some fresh air, drink some water, eat a nice healthy meal, some protein, maybe not a bunch of processed junk. Do that for a couple weeks, I bet you'll feel way better. Feel better, you'll look better, you'll sleep better, cut out all the bad habits, any drugs or alcohol, or, you know, don't do whatever the hell you want. I don't really care. None of my business. You're an adult. Who am I to tell people how to live their life? I'm some idiot plumber trying to learn to ride wheelies in his 40s in Idaho. Bought a GoPro. Well, might try to shoot a little video with the Eliminator too. We'll see if I can think of other stuff to say. I don't want to just ramble on too pointlessly, but anyways, you made it this far. You wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, all that. I'll try to keep some more content coming out. Hopefully, once the spring rolls around, I can start dedicating a little more time and effort into these. I got such a late start this year to really doing anything, and such a learning curve trying to do anything. But anyways, ride safe.